Tales from the Hearth, Lunaverse style, by one of the most awesome authors ever. Oh yeah, I mean, he's so cool, he's... martial art user, you're not fooling anyone. Fine. By me, alchemy student. Chapter 3. Baby, it's cold outside. Lyra and Bonbon are most likely trying to mix and master traditions together. Or at least trying to. Then the cold starts up. Then they snuggle up and... Okay, getting off that train of thought, but you ain't and never getting on it again. Lyra happily levitated the stocking to the fireplace and hung it right next to the beige-colored one marked Bonbon. A soft smile came to her lips as she looked at the two stockings that hung by the fireplace. Warm fire slowly glowing and flickering within. Walking away from the small fireplace, she looked at the tree that she and her rare friend put together. Granted, it was hard at first, and led to a small argument between the two lovers, but in the end it all came together. It was a beautiful tree, decorated with musical-themed ornaments, pieces of candy, with bright tinsel all around. One look at one of the hanging candy canes caused the mint-green mare to lick her lips, and knight her horn to try and grab one. But she hesitated when she could practically hear the Earth Pony telling her, "Not until after the holidays," in her head. Raising her hope to her eyes, then pointing at the tree as a threat for later. She instantly drifted her golden eyes down to the small pile of presents at the bottom of the tree, smiling widely at them. "Soon, my pretties, you will be ripe. Then I will harvest you, and your glorious bounty will be mine," she whispered, before looking over to some of the presents that were marked for Bonbon. She sighed, hoping that the Earth Pony would like some of them, then maybe even the lingerie that she brought for her. Hey, don't look at me, guys. I've seen some fan art that actually shown what pony lingerie looked like. So there. Neither. As she continued to look over some of her final decorations, she began to think of how this would be their first hearthwarming living in together. One of several more to come, hopefully. They already fulfilled some of their old traditions, such as visiting their parents and doing individual shopping. For those of you guys who've been watching every single Lunaverse episode, the reason why I didn't put Honeydew or the rest of the family in is because I hadn't honestly seen or read There with the Parents just quite yet. So I wasn't able to put them in. If I had read that story before I wrote this, I would have probably done something with Bonbon's mom and dad because I love them so much. A smile of almost childish glee came to her as she began to anticipate the next day, which would be dedicated to only the two of them cuddling and spending their holidays together. She turned to walk down to the stairs into Bonbon's shop, seeing there were any last touches she needed to do. But stopped at the top when she heard the pony singing. It was a soft song, one that brought back memories of a long time ago, where they did spend hearthwarming together. 3 years ago. "Thanks for helping me finish with the decorating, Lyra," Bonbon said, pointing the last wreath over the doorway to the stairs. "No big deal, really." Lyra smiled as she walked away from the tree. "I'm always happy to help." Bonbon's smile ran her huff around Lyra's foreleg appreciatively. "And I'll always appreciate that." Lyra looked into Bonbon's eyes, smiling softly and giving her a quick kiss on the lips. "I should go. The dads are probably waiting." "Right," Bonbon said, a little disappointed. Then she looked out aside at the snow and frost. "You aren't planning on going on now, are you?" But if I start moving now, I should be able to get there," Lyra said, walking down the stairs. "I really can't stay," she said, almost lyrically. "But Lyra, it's cold outside," Bonbon said, walking ahead of her mare friend with a worried look in her eyes. "I've got to go soon," Lyra said, looking into her mare friend's pleading eyes and finding her resolve frailly. "But baby, it's so cold outside," Bonbon pleaded, crossing the foreleg of the mint-colored mare. Lyra tugged her beige pony's chin and looked into her eyes. "Honey, this evening has been. Maybe you can warm up with me." Bonbon smiled softly. Lyra's eyes widened at this, thinking about cuddling up to her lover. "So very nice." A small gulp came to her, as he found some willpower left. Look at your hooves, they're just like ice, Bonbon exclaimed, walking into the kitchen. Dad could cause start to worry, Lyra thought as she followed her mere friend. Then what's your hurry? Bonbon asked, walking back and forth between her stove and the fridge. Dad could be pacing the floor, Lyra said, watching her mere friend finishing making the hot chocolate. I have the fireplace and more, smiled Bonbon. Lyra took one whiff of the brew and walked towards the stairs. Maybe I should scurry. Oh, really? Please don't hurry, Bonbon requested, walking up to Lyra, brushing her coat against hers and running her tail along the unicorn's nose. Well, maybe just a little sip, blessed Lyra, her body tensing up in arousal. Before you can leave on your cold trip. Bonbon winked as he walked up to the stairs. Lyra intoned. The others might think. She then sipped to Coco as she walked right into the living room of Bonbon's apartment. Also the airplane winking at her. Say, what's in that drink? Baby, it's cold out there, Bonbon said, stretching on the sofa, giving Lyra a cold come-hither stare. And there are no carriages out there. Lyra sighed and smiled. I wish I knew how to break your spell. Your eyes are lovely right now, giggled the airplane as she moved to the side and let Lyra cuddle up next to her. Resting her hand on his shoulder, I'll warm you up and you'll feel well. Lyra laid on the sofa, nuzzling into her friend. She laid a soft kiss on the lips. You drive a hard bargain, Bonnie. Lyra looked at the couch and smiled softly, remembering that special moment they shared. It was one of the many pleasant memories they shared when they were starting out as a couple. More she hoped would continue. During walked bound down the stairs, she heard a surprised, Oh! What is it? Lyra asked as she tried down the stairs. Bonbon quickly raced to the cupboard to grab some small boxes. I promised I would get the cake some chocolate cherries for hearthwarming. I completely forgot. But can't that wait, hon? Asked Lyra as she looked outside, watching the snow fall heavily. Well, I guess I could, but I would still like it to start ASAP, Bonbon said, making her way to the door. Bonnie, could you wait till tomorrow? Lyra said, walking out to the airplane and brushing herself against the side and kissing her teeth. I ought to say no, 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 Bonbon said, smiling softly at the touch, turning her head to follow Lyra's movements upstairs. Want to move in closer? Asked Lyra, linking to her mere friend. She walked up to the stairs into the sofa. Bonbon got outside and put away the cherries. Well, at least I can say I tried. You don't have to stay inside. I really shouldn't stay, said Bonbon, looking back at the cherries. Oh, baby, don't go away. It's so cold outside, smiled Lyra, walking slowly up the stairs. Bonbon reached the top of the stairs, smiled as he looked at Lyra. Give me some of the hot chocolate and her magic. I should make that delivery instead. But you'll freeze out there, Lyra objected, looking outside, walking up to her lover. You could freeze out there. She then ran her hoof along Bonbon's side gently, caressing the soft coat. Say, you can lend me your boots, Bonbon thought out loud. Then shuddered in pleasure at Lyra's caress. Oh, that feels grand. Thrill when my hoof touches your coat, Lyra said, her voice soft and sultry. She then leaned in and kissed her lips softly. Do you see what you're doing to me? Asked Bonbon as he returned her kiss, her eyes closed and a smile coming to her lips. They're bound to ask tomorrow. But think of my personal sorrow, fake whimpered Lyra, as she walked to the couch and laid on it, waiting for her girl. I think they'll know what is implied, giggled Bonbon, as she walked to Lyra, trying to resist the charge of her lover. Lyra ran her hoof along the couch, looking at her. Think of how I would live if you died. I guess I can stay, smiled Bonbon, as he cuddled up close to her mint-green lover, nuzzling her neck. Ah, see, you can't resist, chuckled the unicorn, resting her head on Bonbon's shoulder, smiling. After all, it's cold outside. You drive a hard bargain, Mrs. Heartstrings, smiled Bonbon as he kissed her lover again. It's because you do it harder, mistress, Lyra replied, kissing Bonbon back, resting her head on his shoulder. Okay, a little more director's commentary for this particular chapter. This was kind of a unique experience for me on a personal level. I had never done a song cue like this before. If you follow my stories, you'll know that I frequently put song cues into my stuff. I'll have the characters break out into song, or I'll have a lullaby pop up, or something. A character will start singing, and I'll find a reason or excuse to have the group start singing a bodacious song together. Well, in this case, I wanted to try something new. I wanted the characters to actually speak the song. So it was kind of interesting to actually have them just start talking the verse rather than singing it, rather than actually having the lyrics being belted out. Mainly because that's the way the song's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about a guy trying to convince a girl to stay. And personally, I think this song gets too bad of a rap. I mean, all things considered, yeah, I guess you could try to put date rapey tones in it, but only if you really are the type of guy who wants to put in dirty images into the song. Why can't it be just a guy who sees his girl wanting to leave and really wants her to stay because, you know, he loves her? Or it's a husband and wife. Or a couple who love each other passionately. I suppose I guess I'm the type of guy who actually tries to not always look at the perverted side. But I just really like the song because if you are like me, you're probably putting in several cute connotations. And what's more, it was hard writing this in word form, just to let you know. Chapter 4. Since we have no place to go. Raindrops is probably yelling at Dash right now. Probably because he wants the snow to come early. Come on! Come on! Raindrops screamed with irritation in her head. Her hose were scratching at the soft white clouds beneath her in a mix of irritation and anticipation. All right, listen up, the Cyan Mare said, pacing back and forth in front of the gathered Pegasi. We've all worked really hard this past year, dealing with storms and other things coming from the Everfree. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to just go and unleash the full power of the snowstorm on the town below and go home to bed. Who's with me? She said, thrusting her hoof in the air above her head triumphantly. I say this in the author's notes, but it was really weird writing Das as a background pony this time. I'm so used to writing stories where Das is either the main character, a second focus, or has a big role in the story. This time, Caesar pops up for 5 seconds. It feels kind of odd. In one of the few times in recorded history, Raindrops enthusiastically agreed with Rainbow Dash's laziness. Heck yeah! It wasn't that she wanted her boss to fly home, practice a few tricks, and sleep for a few hours. It was more she was looking forward to the snowfall that was about to happen. After all, snow was just a colder form of rain, right? With a grin on her face, she turned to look at the line of Pegasi next to her, all ready and eager to begin the snowfall. 1! Dash shouted as the Pegasi raised their hooves. 2! With the next shout, the winner team braced themselves for a jump. 3! With a final shout, the team all leapt in unison and unleashed the snow. Without even waiting for Dash to dismiss them, the jasmine-colored Pegasus flew beneath the cloud cover, flying after the falling snowflakes with a smirk on her face. She began to sing to herself. Oh, the weather out here is so delightful. Watching all the snow is so wonderful. And since I have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. With a chuckle, she gave herself a small chance to do a loop-de-loop and fly to a small snowflake. Sticking out her tongue, she let the cold little water crystal into her mouth. A small shudder came to the Pegasus as he felt the cold wire trail down the back of her throat. Until the chill of the snowflake vanished from her body. She let out a giggle and continued to soar through the falling snow, shifting back and forth until the chill of the snowflake vanished from her body. She let out a giggle and continued to fly, shifting back and forth on the soft air currents. She allowed the cool winter air to guide her through the sky. For a moment, she stopped flapping her wings and adjusted to a small glide, and allowed the snow to accumulate on her feathered limbs. Until the snow piled up a little and began heavy for her, she coursed through the sky to make the snow fall from her wings. Banking hard as she could, raindrops chased at the snow and landed on the ground before the snow hit the ground and landed on her. Laughing a little, the Chancellor's Pegasus shook the collective snow off of her and headed towards the school. As she did, she watched some of the other kids ran by her parents or older siblings, all with the intent of heading home to hot chocolate or play with the snow a little. Snails! Hey, snails! Now where did he... Split! Go! Was the last word that passed over her lips as the snowball remnants rested on her face. The smile that she had been wearing that day turned into a scowl of anger and rage as she wiped the snow from her face. Lowering her eyes, she switched her head back and forth in an attempt to hunt down the unicorn that she knew threw it. Uh-oh, Snips, I think she found us, said Snails as he hid. Don't worry, Snails, there's no way she'll find us. We had this battle in the bag. Snails exclaimed with pride. This pride quickly vanished, however, when the branches he was hiding in finally shook and sent the green unicorn tumbling off into the snout ground below. Looking up, he barely had a chance to scream as a pile of snow hit him from above. As raindrops laid on the top brass, it looked at her snow-covered victim with a cunning smirk. Nice try, Snips. Now, where's the little brother? Snips said, slinking out the snow pile with a nervous look. He was torn between his loyalty to his friend, but one look at the Chancellor's Pegasus told him he would stand by. He's behind that tree! And then he ran off to town to get home. What was that? Snails asked, his green tail showing from behind a tree, not knowing that his sister had him in his sights. Snips, come in! Do you see the target? It's the enemy in your sights! Come in! Snails continued to shout from the small cannon in front of him. She's at your flank, ready to take you out! Raindrops said, flapping her wings at a steady pace. How do you figure? Because, Raindrops replied, adjusting her altitude to aim her breeze at a small pile of snow. I am her! Before Snails could react, the Pegasus flapped her wings hard, blew a ton of white snow on the defenseless colt. Watching the little unicorn colt get a ton of snow blown over him caused her to double over in laughter. But her laughter was stopped by her brother's quick recovery and the ability to collect 3 snowballs in his magic. Deftly, she moved out of the way of the oncoming attack and flew to a tackle into the little brother. I just realized I predicted the buckball season. With a shrug of her shoulders, she gave the little unicorn a noogie and kissed on the forehead. Nice try, little brother. But in a snow battle between the Pegasus and the unicorn, I put money on the Pegasus. But, Snail said, slowly getting up and walking to his sister's side. Miss Charlie told us about the great snow battle of... Raindrop shook her head. Okay, so there was that one incident. But, you get my drift, she said, smirking, and rubbing a little bit of snow into Snail's mane. The snow doesn't seem to be stopping. At least, that's what I'm hoping. Because I love it so. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. In case anybody's probably wondering, if you want to see a really good inspiration for Snails and Raindrops' relationship, or for how I write it, watch Ruby, watch the first episode, and watch Yang hug Ruby. That's my inspiration. As the snow continued to fall lightly around the 2 siblings, Snails began to talk a mile a minute about what he did that day, along with some of the biology of the freeze-tolerant insects that he read about. Raindrops, for her part, just listened to him speak about his day, way too interested in the white snow to notice her brother trying to speak, and warn her of Split! Raindrops growled as the little snow fell off her face, the fiery look in her eyes saying that whoever threw that last snowball was going to pay dearly. By the way, none of this is based off of my own experiences. Not at all. This is not how I relate to my brother at all. This is not me and my little brother. Okay, it is. When a quick glance to her left, she caught the lavender glow of a small horn and a small brown mane next to it. Nodding her head led to the unicorn next to her. The signal was given to Snails to run to the bush and begin his own personal song in the small village. Her partner, on the other hand, began to roll some snow in his little forehouse to attack the two siblings, with an arched an eyebrow when he discovered Raindrop's disappearance. Now, Pipsqueak, before I hit you with a Snail's barrage, what were you and Dinky doing out here? Well, only a donkey left up while she was going to seek a corner to pick up some baking supplies. Pipsqueak began, his Nottingham accent doing little to hide his stutter of fear. Then we saw you and figured we could take you on a snowball fight. So, your last act in this world is to overshoot your boundaries? Snarked the jasmine-colored Pegasus, holding 4 snowballs at once. Yes, squeaked the picked-up colt. Dinky, help! Upon hearing her friend scream for help, Dinky turned to her friend. She exclaimed. Her opponent forgot as he ran to push Pipsqueak out of the way of the barrage. We're officially outgunned! We should leave! You're right! Pipsqueak nodded, then leaning close to nuzzle his friend. Thank you for saving me, my little magician. Then he turned to run off, not seeing the blush creeping on Dinky's face, before she ran off after her partner and crying. Oh, I so do love this toy ship. Anytime I get to ride it, I am happy. Happy martial art for user. Rainier chuckled and shook her head as Snails came back to her by her side. Come on, Snails. Hot chocolate time. When we go home tonight, how I love to go watch the storm. And if we rest by the fire's light, right at home we're gonna be warm. As the two ponies near the house, Raindrop smiled at her little brother. How about you go inside, wait for Mom and Pop to make some cocoa, and I'll be right there. Okay, Raindrops, said Snails, nuzzling his big sis and running into the warm house. As she watched her little brother walking into the house, she braced her legs and flew off to the rooftop of the house. Turning around, she got into good position to look over the small town that lay before her home. Though she did not have a home that had a good view over the town, she did have one that let her see things like the representative house, Golden Oaks Library, in the town center. All over she could see the same effect the snow had in town. The white blankets reflected surface to make the area light like it was day, allowing this town to be brightly lit as though it were the day. Okay, this is kind of based off of something I love about it when there's a good snowstorm at night. You see, in my house, when it snows perfectly and there's a big blizzard, it's nothing for me to look outside and see it like it looks like today. It's a beautiful sight. Raindrop sighed softly as he laid on her belly to watch the snow continue to fall across the city. It was so calming, so peaceful, so soft, everything she wished she could be. Yes, there were times she wished she could be calmer, to control her little rage issues. But she knew that was something that would come with time, something she would have to continue to work on. She chuckled as the thought of a certain blue unicorn that kept reminding her of this fact. The mayor who had long opponent personal issues to work for. But she, much like Raindrops, had to continue to work to make their lives just a little more perfect and clean. Like the pure white snow. The Pegasus sighed and smiled at the snow, wanting it blanket the city, bringing a white calm to this little hamlet. The snow is now lying, and it is so relaxing. And since I love it so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.